Hey, so I'm going to do something entirely unheard of and share my mess. I've been slowly working on taking all of my fabric and dyeing stuff out to the garage. So, um, this is the shameful status. All of these boxes are fabric, and these two shelves. And then some of my sewing, dyeing, and just general fiber art books. Um, this stuff up here is just crap that was in the garage before, and I just moved it up. And then this shelf and these boxes are all of my natural fiber undyed materials. So this is all for dyeing. Thank you, champion. And there is, it's what I was using as my indigo vat, but my darling son dragged it across the ground, and so there's a crack in it from over the winter. I do have a little heater in there. So I'm gonna try to fix it or even put it inside of another trash can of the same size or slightly bigger to insulate the vat. I think that would be pretty cool. And then I don't have to just throw it away. This is a mess that was brought inside from the table where my sewing machine was. So like notions and yarn and things. I got this sewing table with leaves that pop up from Joann on like super sale. I think it was $3.09 on Amazon, and then with Joann coupons and sale prices and stuff, I got it for less than, I think I was $194, $195 with taxes and shipping. So I was super excited about that. I shouldn't have bought it, but I do plan on parking my car in here. So it'll be nice to be able to drop the leaves and push it against the wall or over here and just have it out of the way. I don't know why I said way like that. That was weird. And then these are my sewing machines on the floor because that's where my son put them. So I did donate my original machine and serger because they were super old, and I realized that I was just torturing myself struggling with them. So this bad boy was actually gifted to me. And I don't use it a ton because it's really hardcore. The Janome New Home, I don't know, HD 3000. So this isn't like the machines at Fabric Images, which would take your arm off, but it's quite powerful for me. And I have a bit of a lead foot, and I can't quite keep my stitches straight at that intensity, although it does guide very well. It's not the pace for me, not yet. Oh, didn't mean to beat you up there, darling. Okay, so this is the Singer Serger. It was the Making the Cut edition, which I got super addicted to making the cut. There needed to be more. So when it was time to get a new serger, I was like, this one. And then my brother machine, which is the Star Wars edition, blah, 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 LB 5000. And yes, I bought it because it was the Star Wars edition. And then here's the quilting arm. So before that, I want to say it was a Singer from Walmart from like the 90s. And one day I realized it was just not helping me learn to sew if I had to wrestle the machine and the fabric the whole time. Okay. So, my iron is Panasonic, and I got this one because it appealed to my, okay, fine, it's in there. It's pointed on both ends, so you can like iron 360 degrees, which I thought was super cool, and it has, the iron itself isn't plugged in. There's a retractable cord on the base, so you can put it on there and then kind of like charge it, heat it, and then, you know, when you're taking it on and off the base, it continues to get hot. It doesn't stay hot for a super long time. So I think there were squirrels on the roof. So I don't love it for ironing lots of yardage, for ironing, you know, but for pressing, I do love it. I got this, I think it's Fiskars, okay, cutting mat, which I haven't used yet, but it's a good size for this table. This is so sweet. This is my swatch book from college. Oh my gosh. So when I was learning all of the fibers and construction, I have these little swatches and some notes and stuff, and it really is nice because you start to learn by feel. And like upholstery weight versus, you know, garment or quilting fabrics. And I think it's just so sweet that I still have this. Like, it speaks to how much I loved learning textiles in college, because I'm old now. My first attempt at a mask, possibly my second attempt at a mask. I will sew this corset one day. One day. This is red threaded. Let's see. That's not super interesting. Oh, okay. So my son put up this projector screen for me so that I can use the projector and have like my sew-alongs and inspiration videos and whatever up while I sew. I also want to mount my projector up here somewhere so that I can, well, maybe up here somewhere, so that I can try projecting my patterns down onto fabric here. I think that would be amazing. I did, with some advice from people at Seamwork and the other members of Seamwork, find a garment drafting CAD program, which, if you know me, you know I love CAD. I started learning CAD in 1997. So there's that. Okay, so then we get into my dye mess. I have an old crock pot, some pots, an enamel, like aluminum enamel, copper, which I was super excited to find. I've always wanted a copper wash pen, a bunch of jars and wine bottles and things for crafts, and some wood chips back there from when I was using an electric smoker, my son's tools, all in my way. I just like to have all different containers because when you need to contain stuff. And then some of my rusty objects for eco-printing or dirty pot, just rust dyeing in general. Like, was super excited to find these, and I pick up rusty things wherever I find them. I like to pick up little wood shapes too. That's just a headband, not exciting. Little like wood shapes to use to trace on fabric and kind of like resist or almost like used to stamp, sort of. So this is all kind of dyeing stuff here. I've got dye materials in here and other little tools and things. Oh, there they are. Hello. Okay. This is my super glamorous old refrigerator from inside my house. And, oh, a fly just came in here. It's going to drive me nuts. And it's where I keep, it's so disgusting. It's where I keep my exhaust baths and just like, yeah, exhaust baths. Any leftover dye, I just keep in there. The freezer pretty much has food in it. Frozen food that doesn't fit in the side-by-side that I have now. I got this little camping stove, which I absolutely love. It's so fun to work over real fire. Yeah, that's not really the best and safest way to put that out there, but I think I've used it twice. I'm going to work on that. I did want to put a window air conditioning unit in there. So just pop that out and then put the window AC unit in. But the one that I have just sitting around is too wide. Lots of gardening stuff and things that were just in the house, in the garage when I bought the house. And that tends to be what's over here as well. I started to just kind of, as I was cleaning out this area, things moved over here. My trike, she's so cute. Soil gardening things, because I do grow my own plants to make dyes, although not well enough that I can use all of my own plants for dyes. This is a big part of it. And there are obviously just lawn care things and random old things like, I think those are badminton rackets. I don't know. So there's just like a lot of crap over here. And like, this is when I thought those barn door things were really cool. So I got the hardware for it and never did anything with it. So maybe it will have a new life when I finish the garage. Setting up shop in here. Miss Pippi, how do you feel about it? Do you like it out here? Yeah? Oh, hello, champion. Oh, my darling. Maybe if I... There you go, buddy. I do have a floor drain, which is awesome. Although I put the rug from the living room down over here when Champ dumped out my hydroponic garden in the living room, trying to save me from a delivery. It kind of ruined the rug, but I just repurposed it out here. So this is the current state of mess, and I really look forward to having it all done. Oh, that's the last thing I didn't mention. So in organizing all these materials, I had Chad cut these little cores for me out of cardboard. Pippi, really? You look adorable. Okay. So I'm going to card my materials like this and kind of put them all in here with the labels out, handwritten or from originally purchasing. You can tell I purchase a lot from Fabric Mart. I love Fabric Mart. And they have such like really cool, unique stuff. I made some scarves with this. Cause like, why shouldn't goth girls have real silk, right? Yes, they should. Why should they have polyester everything? That's not cool. So yeah, so I'm going to card them so that they're not flopping around everywhere and have labels sticking out. Here's one vertically, which I like because then the material's not touching all over, but you can't see the labels. And this is a really lightweight piece of fabric, so it's just not gonna work for everything. This will work for anything. So whether or not this is enough space, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 shelves and all of this mess. And if I'm honest, there's probably more fabric in the basement still. But this is it for now. For now. Oh, here are some like printed patterns. A couple from fabric-store.com. They have some beautiful heavyweight prints that are really well done. And these are printed through an online printing service, which gives you great price. I mean, you can print from like a local print shop that has a plotter, but you're probably looking at like $6 a page or something instead of like $2 a page. And if you are if you're printing just like your size instead of having all of the lines on there, it's just kind of ridiculous to pay that much for printing. Again, having a background in CAD, I've loaded plenty of ink or cartridges and plotter paper to know that $6 a page is kind of rough. And I don't know that I will ever have a plotter because I do want to go the projector route and just not have all this paper and have like my different versions of patterns saved digitally. So I guess I'm getting to work now. Bye.